Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to Antimater Chemistry. Oh, that did not work out the way I thought it would. Oh man, oh man. Oh, and check it out. Check it out. We've since discovered what it is. This right here. It's a pen. It's like a piggy colored pen in my pocket. Oh man, I love it. Okay, so here we are back. We are terrible, terrible place is what that is. Oh my gosh. In between episodes, I have had a few more dragon fights. Let's look in here and see. 4 to be exact. 4 more dragon fights and a few in stone and some dragon hearts. Let's hover over this. No, not the palm saplings, Piggy. Not the palm saplings. U for usage on the dragon heart. Fusion crafting with draconic core gives me an awakened draconium block. I guess it's all this stuff too. Energy cost 350 million RF. That's a lot of trees. Okay, let's hover over that. U for usage on that. We can make awakened draconium ingots. A block cover. I have no idea why you'd want to do that. Oh, apparently it's going to be a quest at one point. You know what? Quest book. No, that's it. I was going to say, I wonder if maybe at quests. At quests. I don't know that that's telling me those are quests or not. FTB quests loot crate. Okay, it's just, that's a mod. Anyway, I'm getting bogged down in there. But yeah, I have killed the dragon a few times. Let's go over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The end has become an absolute mess because I've been doing some experimenting. And then once I started reading viewer comments, realized my experimenting is all for naught. Look at the death messages. We'll hit J. We'll zoom in. Look, a perimeter. A perimeter of death messages. So what I tried doing was creating like a safe zone. It's 2 blocks high, so Enderman can't get in here, and we can kind of catch our bearings. We're blocked where the dragon can't fire dragon's breath at us, and so that way we don't get this poison stuff all over the ground. We can come over here, fight the dragon when it's on the pedestal, and when it flies away, what I did was I created this, I was going to climb up in it, but we'll go out here. It'll make much more sense if we look at it from the outside. Oh, look, junk. Piggy, you're leaving your junk all over the place when you die. Don't look at Enderman. Don't look at Enderman. But I've got this little tunnel thing and it's got openings over each of the pillars. And so that way I could shoot at the different the little crystal things as they appeared. It works and it doesn't. What ends up happening is, as the dragon flies around, I can't see it coming, and it'll fly through the tunnels, and sometimes I get trapped in there and die. You can see where I died right there. Did I die anywhere else in those tunnels? I thought I did. Maybe I erased them. I can't remember. But anyway, I was like, there has got to be a better way. There has got to be a better way, Piggy. And sure enough, there is. You can fly in this mod pack, apparently. Let's go back into the overworld, and we'll look at that for a second. Are you going to give me the little... Okay, there we go. I know sometimes it wants to do that little poem at the end. I've gone through it once. I think it's realized I want to skip that now, so we're good. Oh, let's have some pear juice. Very tasty. Okay, so... Can you just type in flight? Maybe flight? What is this? Dragon leggings? Glitch? Okay, glitch. I think this is what I was being told about. Bonus while full set is equipped. Bonuses are disabled during trials. 18% chance to drop Prismarine. Flight and immunity against fall damage. Flight and immunity. Flight and immunity. Okay, so a glitch infused ingot comes from a glitch infused block. TLDR, I have no idea what that means. I was going to try to make something up, but yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Drop some fragments, lapis, and gold ingots into a body of water and hope for the best. You've found that lapis is a good stabilization agent for unstable glitch fragments. After the fragments are stable, they desperately seek out a material to latch onto. You think that gold might be strong enough as a host. The entire process is delicate. It needs to be performed in water or the materials won't bind properly. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to look because I got some of your comments. Look up trial from Deep Mob Learning. So, trial by fire, extraterrestrial matter, industrial foregoings manual, Deep Mob Learning, trial keystone. Oh, yikes. Soot covered machine casing, a trial key. Okay, I still don't know what a trial keystone would be for. Let's back up and check. Is there anything to do with the quests? Chapter 4. Nothing more. Chapter 5. I'm still alive. And Chapter 6. Essence of Dragon, Reality, Dimensional Builder, Nether Star. Stuff is going to get real. That's what that says. Fusion Multi-Block, Wyvern Core. Fusion Crafting. Wyvern. See, here's that Awakened Draconium block. Ooh, yikes. And the crafting table version 2000. The extreme crafting table. It's extreme! Maybe in the finale? Jimmy Neutron. Neutronium. Creative ME storage cell. At the very end, when you don't need it anymore. Okay, then. And then all this mess. Well, I'm not seeing an explanation for it or anything, so I might have to experiment with that, or one of y'all might be able to give me an answer, see what's in there. Okay, so another thing that we were having to deal with were these chests, these ender chest things. That one's not a good example. You can't see it very well. Let's run over here to where the mob farm... Oh, nope. Take 2. Let's run over here to where the mob farm is. Hello, noisemakers. See these 3 white dots on top? Several of y'all told me if I'll take a piece of dye and aim at one of those and click it, I can color code it. And so then we'll be able to color code and route between multiple of those little ender chest things. And so that will help us. So I haven't done anything with it yet, but that was like a fix to a question I was asking, is how in the world do we do that? That's really going to open up some options for me to kind of figure out different ways to route stuff. I'm kind of toying around with the idea that it might help me eliminate some of these pipes and stuff, although I'm not quite certain about that yet. We'll still look into it, but that's a nice little thing is that you can have, I think it was 4,096 was all the different combinations of colors that you can have for your little ender chest thing. So that's really awesome. Let's see. To fight the dragon, ender dragon much better, we need to get flight, and glitch armor's the next thing to progress to. Look up trial for deep mob learning. We did that. You'll need dye when you're working on singularities. You'll need to make a dye mixer. D-Y-E mixer. Okay, that doesn't look too difficult. So we'll look at industrial foregoing. It will produce dye more efficiently in normal crafting. When given a laser lens, will... Dum-dum-dum. Can we click that? Oh, okay. Will focus that color and produce the specified dye. So we'll need to make a laser lens and a dye mixer. Oh, nope. So, laser lens. Laser lens. Oh. There's a lens for each color. Pink slime. White stained glass. Is there different colored slime? Oh, the colored glass is what does it. Okay. Or a lens and we can recolor it. So that's a different way. So how do you make pink slime? When placing some pink slime fluid in the world. How do you make pink slime fluid? All these different rabbit holes, I tell you. Pink slime. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff you can do with pink slime. Molten reinforced. Pink slime bucket. Or it's just like straight up fluid. Florb. Okay, so bucket, pink slime. I almost get the feeling that we just saw. See, this is different ways to transport it. Let's back up one. MA, machine outputs. A mob slaughter factory. Okay, then. I'm not quite certain. We'll have to experiment with that. But anyway, in last episode, we had managed to get the dragon egg and started doing some of this deep learning stuff. I've got this stuff going on right here with the Enderman. So we can get these pristine Ender matter. And when you get that, you can put it in here, and it will make these crystals, and that's how I'm respawning the dragon. Now, we have got the Enderman data model at self-aware. Now, I don't remember if I got it to self-aware to begin with, but here's what's going on. So, see how it just said succeeded at making pristine, which would be this stuff right here? So, see how we've got 4 now? One of y'all told me that as it creates a pristine piece of matter, it will level itself up. So, I don't have to get these things to the highest level. The higher the level, the more likely you are to make pristine matter. But when you do make pristine matter, it levels itself up. And since it's self-aware, it's as high a level as it's going to go. And that's important because what we need to do is look at... Whoa, that kind of freaked me out. Okay, so the Ender Dragon model, I've managed to get 3. Maybe U for usage. There we go. So it makes extraterrestrial matter, and it makes Ender Dragon matter. So U for usage there. In the Loot Fabricator, we can make dragon's breath, more dragon eggs, a dragon heart, draconium dust, dragon scales, more dragon scales, or dragon head. And I get the feeling that this draconium dust and these hearts is what's going to be important, and that's why we would want to make these Ender Dragon data models. Model tier faulty. Okay. And fighting that dragon is just going to be a nightmare, having to do that over and over again. So we're going to need to look at getting an ability to fly around with that trial gear, and then maybe we can level up our dragon thing, our dragon module a little bit better. But let's run over here. That's something I'll work on off camera. I don't know, it's kind of a slow start on this episode, isn't it? Sometimes I feel like the first in the series for the week that I do kind of have like that slow burn because I'm showing you all the stuff that I've kind of worked on off camera through the week, and then we kind of get our pacing going a little bit better. But I've got all this mess in here going. Now, it's been a few days since I made all this stuff, so I'm not quite 100% sure that I remember what everything here was going to be for. Well, I've got an emerald storage upgrade I need to use. Let's see here. So I turned all these into diamond chests. Trying to be a good pig and separate stuff. That's books. Let's see here. You know what? For now, since we know that's all books, that'll be fine. We'll just go ahead and dump all this stuff in here for now. Let's keep us some food and some food. There we go. And we'll mess with the rest of that later. Go ahead and click this. That's going to put all that stuff together as a group. Let's just start taking it all, shall we? Now, this took me the better part of maybe 2 hours or so off camera, just running around constantly creating stuff. And I'm sure if I'd sat down and done the math and figured out everything that I needed, it might have been a little bit easier, but I didn't. And so here we are. So let's see here. Let's go check the quests. And what we're doing is we're going to look at Chapter 5, kind of like the Dead End chapter, the chapter that Chapter 4 skipped over to Chapter 6. But in this chapter, it's telling us about making these different pieces. I get the feeling these pieces are actually going to be pretty important. It almost looks like it's telling me stuff to do with making power or something like that. So the first thing we did was make a manufactory. And by doing that, we get these choice rewards. Transparent fission reactor casing, fission reactor casing, energy or speed upgrades, or a transparent fusion electromagnet. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave go back to the quest book. We're going to leave the reward alone for a minute and start crafting some of these things, because I get the feeling what we're going to end up wanting to do is probably this. This, you got to make 64 of these to finish that. It says it's optional. I bet we need them for something, but let's look. So to make one of these, you need 4 copper solenoids. So you'll need, since you get 2 out of each, that means you need 4 ingots and 8 copper ingots. Advanced plating, 4 redstone, 4 tough alloy, which is a combination of lithium and ferroboron. And ferroboron is a combination of molten boron and molten steel. And steel is made by, you're running it, Piggy. Everybody was curious, how do you make steel? There was a way to make steel. I had it. Like I said, I've done all this. I kid you not, I have. Fluid transporter? No. Oh, gosh. Steel was like you put ground up coal and iron in a machine. So it is a long process just to make those tough alloys. And then you have to make that times 4 for the 4 plates. And then this needs cadmium and lead and graphite dust. And, oh, no, not that. And then glass. Hello, phone. Sing me a song, would you? Sing me a song in the background. Just be quiet about it. But yeah, that's for one of those, and we need a stack. So it may come down to accomplish that is to go through and accept those as the quest things. This is slightly easier because now we've got a way, I think, to make blaze powder. Barium's not too difficult. Magnesium's not too difficult. But those transparent blocks, those were where the nightmare was going to come into play. So anyway, I think I've gathered up all the materials that we need to make the majority of the the stuff. So let's go ahead. And you know what I need to do? Let's go ahead and take all this stuff off. And let's go to quests. And let's just start going through and add each of these to the... What in the world? Why did it not... Oh, here we go again. I click you, I hover over, I hit the letter A. I'm going to click it, hover over you, and hit the letter A. There it goes. A. Okay, so we'll do that and that. So here we need these basic platings. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, let's get away from that just so it doesn't accidentally... It's everywhere. Let's run over here. I want to get somewhere where these aren't connected to anything and I don't accidentally lose it, because this stuff was so difficult to make. I don't want to accidentally overcraft things or mess stuff up. So we need to make this machine chassis. We're going to have to make several of these machine chassis, actually. An alloy furnace. And we make you. All about the quests. We're smelting up a storm, I tell you. So an alloy furnace. It takes power and you can add a speed multiplier to it. What is nuclear craft? Okay, that was a mod that a bunch of people were saying, Piggy, nuclear craft is going to be your best friend eventually. Fission controller. There we go. We'll click that back out of there. Okay, so to make this fission controller, we need everything. So we'll click that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, look what I did. Tough alloy. I thought that these were tough alloy too. They look identical, don't they? Magnesium diboride alloy. How do you make that? With magnesium, boron ingots, and magnesium ingots. Well, tartar sauce. Okay, well, I'm going to have to avoid making stuff with those. I'll have to do that between episodes and come back and finish that. Dang it. Okay, so fission controller, you stay there. That's that. The decay hastener. Okay, we can't make that. So let's back out of here. The decay hastener forces radioactive materials to decay. And I have a feeling that this is going to be moving forward what's going to help us start building our singularities. So a decay hastener, we need these advanced platings. 4 of them. So for that we need 4 basic plating. So let's 1, 2, and then let's take that stuff off of there for now. And we need 4 of those. Okay, that'll give us 4 of those. And a decay hastener. There we go. Awesome. Extreme radiation. Okay, then. Looks like different robot faces. So let's see here. Let's go to the decay hastener. We'll hit A, and we'll take that off of there. The fuel reprocessor. Okay, I think we got that. Awesome. So let's back out of there. Fuel reprocessor, what do we need? We need a machine chassis. We need this, what is it called? A linear actuator. I don't know why, but it almost looks like a handle and a short dagger blade. That's what it makes me think of. And what else? These 4 basic plates. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh, wait, I keep forgetting there's that little clear grid button we could do. So fuel reprocessor. They're all robots. There we go. And we got picking up the pieces. I don't know how that's picking up the pieces, but we'll go with it. So fuel reprocessor we can remove. Look at all these quests we're getting done. Is awesome. An isotope separator. Let's click you. Oh, we might be able to make that too. Back out of here. Okay, so for the isotope, it separates materials into their isotopes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I remember several of y'all talking about something to do with isotopes and them taking a long time, or it might be singularities. I can't remember which one it is, but there's something that you have to make a bunch of. Maybe it's neutrinos or something like that. So an isotope separator, we need almost all of it. So machine chassis. I love this quick crafting stuff. I wish this was, well, I mean, technically it is in Minecraft. Okay, so 1, 2, and then, there we go. Awesome. And then we need 4 of these plates. So 1, 2, clear it. Isotope separator. Oh, wait, no, Piggy, you're getting ahead of yourself. You can't sing the song until you get it. Yep, they're all... Nuclear refinement. Okay, awesome. So we got that. And let's see, what else do we need? What else do we need? Come on. Like I said, I tried to get it where we got almost all of them. The fission multi-block. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so you need 3 of these fission cores, fission casings, and a fission controller, chemical reactor. Okay, I think we can make that. What does it say? Houses reactions between fluids. Now, so far, wait, let's see here. Does at nuclear book? No. Maybe a manual? No. Is there any kind of something that tells you how to use the mod? I'm not seeing it. And what my concern is this stuff is going to be like... If we have to make like a nuclear reactor, is it going to be a multi-block thing? Because it wants us to make like 64 of those electromagnets and stuff. That's what I'm kind of concerned about. I'm not seeing anything that's really explaining to me how to build stuff. We might have to look up a tutorial or something. So chemical reactor. We need everything almost except for glowstone. So we can make 1 of those. I know I can make that chassis real easy. That's a single click. This thing, the servo mechanism, okay. That one's pretty easy. It, to me, looks like a little boat. Like a pontoon boat, and that's the water, and that would be like sails or something. I don't know. And then 4 of these advanced platings, which means we need 4 basic platings. So 1, 2, clear that out. Click that, and that'll get us 4, and that should be our chemical reactor. Awesome. The full Polyakov? I don't know what that means. Okay. Chemical reactor. It really is like different robot faces. Get you out of there. Okay, so what do we got next? It's the okay, for those y'all that like watching me craft stuff, this is like the overblown episode. It's all about the crafting. So a fusion core. Yep, another one of those little stinkers. So we're going to have to back out. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and bookmark that so I can remember those two. The transparent blocks, is that the one that was the real big pain? See, we can't make fusion electromagnets, but what I don't get is, okay, that's the same recipe as that. It's just we can skip a step here. So I guess it gives you the option if you want to make a fusion electromagnetic magnet or a transparent. I'm not sure why you would want one versus the other. We'll go ahead and back out of that. Okay, so that's that and the fusion multi-block. So we're looking at a fission controller, a fission core, and fission casing. I hope those all transferred. I hit A. Okay. So the fission controller needs another isotope separator. And I think I planned for this. I think I set it up where I should have enough material to make another one of these. So we need 2 of those. 1, 2. No shoes to buckle. Hover. Oh, yeah. That's what we need. So that we... Okay, we needed a chassis. Every time I see that word, I think chassis. Click you, click you. There we go. And now we just need these plates. 4 of these plates. 1, 2. And clear that out. Okay, so that will give us another isotope separator. Which I thought was very odd that you have to make an isotope separator to make that. But whatever. A fission controller. Okay, that is not a robot face. Invalid fission multi-block. See, multi-block. That's what I'm concerned about. Is there's going to be some kind of multi-block structure that needs to be built. So let's go ahead and we can remove that. This fission core. This one was kind of tricksy. So the blaze rods were pretty easy. The chromium ingots comes from chromium. Chromium comes from potassium dichromate, emeralds, chromium oxide, yellow antimatter. I think that's what I did. It's like a 18.75 and then a bunch of the different materials that you get from Autumn. Fission multi-block information. Okay, but I think that's what I did. I think I made a whole bunch of yellow antimatter. Let's check and see. Yeah, there's 14,000 there. So yeah, I went through and crafted a whole bunch of that so we could get the chromium. So let's see here. Fission core. Hold shift and click that. That'll get us 3. Awesome. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That's different. Like a grayed out barbershop awning or something that would go over it. That's kind of what that makes me think of. Okay, we can remove that. And so the fission casing, how many of those did we need? It says doing that one recipe will get us 4. We need 98. Yikes. So are the rewards here fission reactor casing? I don't know if that's the same thing, but this transparent fusion electromagnet, transparent fission reactor casing. See, well, I don't know what these things are required 200 RF to stay active. I don't know what they're for. So to so to complete this quest, we need to make a stack of them. But I don't know if making a stack of those is more worth than some of these other rewards. So we've got like the speed and the energy upgrades. And I've got speed and energy upgrades right here. So we're getting that out of the mob farm. So that immediately eradicates those two. So what I don't know is what are these 3 used for? A fission reactor casing and a transparent. Let's see how hard a fission reactor. No, spell it right, Piggy. Not reactro. I can type. I can really. Transparent fission reactor casing. Reactor casing. That needs tough alloy and basic plating. I would say that that is much easier to build than the... Where did it go? Did I take it off? Remove it from the hotbar. That. A stack of those. That seems much more work. But the other thing is, it looks like each of these, the reward is just one. So, okay. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 64, so we would still have quite a bit of ways to go. So that one might take a little while. I might need to wait and see what y'all's reaction is on if that's necessary. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. Craft this fission multi-block. So fission casing, I need to make a bunch of these. Like I said, barium and magnesium. Barium is coming from nether quartz and something else. Cyan antimatter, I think, is the other thing. What are these? Smooth alabaster? I can't remember if I was finding alabaster in autumn or not. That might be where I was getting that from. Han purple, not solo. And then magnesium is coming from... Where are you coming from, magnesium? Magnesium oxide. The mineral salts. I've got those running in the background constantly, so that should be filling me up on magnesium. And then finding some of this in the deep dark. And there's probably a few other ways to do it, but making the fission casings isn't going to be too bad, so we'll do that off camera as well. But we got finally some progress going here. What kind of stinks is I feel like I'm starting to work myself into a corner. Let's look here real quick and see what we're looking at in the next chapter. And y'all pointed this out. See how these little bends? These little arrows. So it didn't go here to here like I was concerned about. This is where we start, and you can defeat the Ender Dragon. And so that let me make that Ender Dragon model. And then from here we want to move forward. Essence of Dragon, craft some ingots. Let's bookmark that real quick and just take a very quick look at that to kind of get an idea of what we're facing. I think this was it, is to make these right here with a factorizer. No, that just changes different blocks. So this is really the only way to craft it. Dimensional shards is where I'm stuck. Is there a quest or something to do with dimensional shards? Mine up to 32 dimensional shards. The ore can be found underground on the same level of diamond in an RF dimension. Look at what they're telling us. We now have to build RF dimensions. Let's see here. Is there a manual or a book for that? At RF. Das Buch. RF manual. RF tools shape manual. 2 different manuals. How do you make these? Redstone around a book. Redstone and then throw a brick at it. So what I'll do is I'll make these 2 books between episodes and start kind of looking through the book. I'll peruse the pages and kind of figure out what in the world I'm doing with it. And then finally we can make use of these dimlet things. Sky dimlet. Huh. And y'all have also warned me that this is going to be a lot of power that's going to be needed to keep these worlds operating. Otherwise, if the power goes out and you're in the world, you die and you all your stuff gets stuck there basically. So yeah. So this is a little bit of a different episode. A lot of crafting and just talking. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Some of y'all really seem to enjoy those episodes. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to hop around up here because I got nervous energy. Because I know it really seems like with this mod pack, we're kind of like a steady burn. And right here at the end, it's like, whoop. I think they call it the Pareto principle, but I can't remember exactly what that's called. Nope, not looking. I don't know why they feel like they need to do that to me. But if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. If you want to see more of these as I release them, don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you want to be notified, click the notification bell. I'll leave it up to you two to decide what to do after that. But I'm going to try and get myself edumacated and ready for next episode, and that is when I hope to see you, is in the next episode.